Have you ever wondered what could possibly shatter the impenetrable shell of a narcissist's ego? The grandiose self-importance, the constant need for admiration, the distorted view of reality, they seem untouchable, don't they? But beneath all that arrogance lies a fragile sense of self, one that is far more delicate than it may appear. In this video, we're going to dive deep into understanding what destroys a narcissist's ego and how sometimes it's not about confronting them directly, but understanding their inner world and the nature of their defenses. Let's begin with a simple truth. A narcissist's ego is built on a foundation of insecurity. It's like a house of cards, constantly needing validation to stay standing. The outward confidence, it's a mask, the egotism, a defense mechanism. Now imagine this. What happens when their carefully constructed reality is threatened by something they can't control? 1. Silence. The power of indifference. First, let's talk about silence. Narcissists thrive on attention. They need constant reinforcement to feel valued, to feel seen. So when you give them silence, complete, unwavering silence, it can feel like a death sentence to their ego. You see, silence doesn't just mean not speaking. It means not reacting, not feeding into their theatrics, not chasing their approval. This empties them of the fuel they depend on. Narcissists hate being ignored because without constant attention, their ego has nothing to stand on. In their mind, silence is rejection, and rejection is a mirror to their worst fear, the fear that they are truly unworthy of love or admiration. 2. The mirror of truth, exposing their vulnerability. Another powerful force against a narcissist's ego is the mirror of truth. Narcissists are masters of distortion, bending the truth to their will. They'll twist reality to keep their grand self-image intact. But occasionally, truth has a way of breaking through. When a narcissist's carefully crafted narrative is exposed for what it is, a lie, there's nowhere for them to hide. Truth is like sunlight to a shadow. It forces them to confront what they've been avoiding all along. It's not about attacking them with facts. It's about presenting them with an undeniable reality they can no longer escape. In those moments, their ego takes a hit. They may lash out, deflect, or even retreat. But at the core of their reaction lies the fracture of their identity. The truth shatters their illusion of control and perfection. 3. Detachment, the power of walking away. Narcissists expect loyalty. They demand attention, and they thrive on control. But the greatest destruction to their ego often comes when they realize that you can walk away. When you detach with dignity, they are faced with a choice. Either they maintain their grip through manipulation, or they watch as you simply leave. And walking away doesn't mean running. It means reclaiming your power. It means realizing that their manipulation no longer holds you. It means your value doesn't depend on their validation. Walking away doesn't just hurt them, it makes them question their power, their worth. The absence of your presence is something they can't control, and that strikes at the heart of their inflated ego. 4. Self-empowerment, the narcissist's greatest fear. Now, the most powerful weapon to destroy a narcissist's ego? It's not an external force, but your internal strength. You see, narcissists fear self-empowered individuals, those who don't need their approval, those who don't feed into their drama. When you recognize your own worth, when you find peace in your own self, the narcissist can no longer manipulate you. They can no longer play the game. Your inner peace is a reflection of their greatest insecurity. When you stop seeking their validation and no longer play the victim of their behavior, their ego begins to erode. This is where real wisdom lies, knowing that your sense of self is not defined by someone else's perception of you. The narcissist wants to control your reality, but when you control your own, their ego begins to crumble. So, what will destroy a narcissist's ego? It's not a single moment or action. It's a combination of understanding their vulnerabilities and choosing not to engage with them in ways that empower their destructive behavior. It's the silence, the truth, the detachment, and, most importantly, the strength within yourself to let go of their control. In the end, the true power lies within you. The narcissist's ego may seem invincible, but like all fragile things, it crumbles when confronted with a force they can't manipulate. And that force is your own sense of self-worth and peace. Thank you for watching. If this resonates with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, your peace is the greatest weapon you have.